Good morning, team. So excited to be here. I'm gonna wait about 30 seconds so you guys get your notifications and can jump on. Good morning. Hey, Michelle. I'm just gonna give it a second. I'm coming to you from lovely Connecticut today on a windy March morning, wearing my green. Show me some love. Anybody got their Irish pride going this month? I feel like we're all Irish at least one day a year. Could you give me that? Hi, Tracy. Good morning, guys. Hey, Bev. Who's got their green? Show me some Irish love. I'm so excited to talk to you guys today about this topic. The topic we're all like, I hate that word, inviting. Hey, Kim. Where's my Irish love? I'd love to know where you guys are from. I'm coming to you from Connecticut. Where are you guys? Hey, James. Oklahoma's in the house. I know that. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. So, are there any bakers on the team? Okay, we're gonna put on a baking mindset for a second, but first, let me just introduce myself really quick. My name's Shane Fryer. I have been a coach. April will be 5 years that I've been a coach, which is really hard to believe. Hi, Danielle. I live in Connecticut. I have 2 kids. My daughter's 13, my son is 9. And let's see, I'm a full-time coach now, retired. I was a social worker for over 17 years, and I retired last year. Okay, so as you guys pop in, let me know where you're from. Show me some Irish love. I'm also a 12-star diamond, 3-time elite coach, and founder of Wild Impact. Hey, Catherine. Hey, Michelle. Gonna see you tonight, I hope. We have Jeff Hill visiting us here in Connecticut tonight. So excited for that. So for those of you that watch me or follow me, you know I'm really not good in the kitchen. So I don't know if we have any bakers, but I want you guys to think about our topic today, which is kind of getting ourselves, starting inviting. Mostly for new coaches, but the truth is, isn't it for everybody? Don't we all kind of struggle with the inviting a little bit? Yeah, so this is for everybody. It doesn't matter. 12-star diamond, brand new coach, it really does not matter. So grab a pen and paper, but I don't want you guys to feel like you have to feverishly write, because I'm gonna be sharing some tools with you afterwards. So I just want you to be able to kind of soak this in and be with me. Okay, I'm gonna give you a couple personal development recommendations that I love, but I just really want you to shut the door, give me under 20 minutes of your time, and don't check other things, don't multitask. Just right now for me, just kind of be here with all of us. Hey there, Eastern Oregon. Okay, so guys, when a baker goes into the kitchen, goes into work, what do they do? Do they just magically appear that they have this beautiful, amazing cake at the end? No, right? They have to pick their ingredients, evaluate. How much time does it have to cook? Is it 27 minutes? Is it 34 minutes, right? They put their passion. There's so much that goes into that beautiful creation, right? It's the same with inviting. You can't just put out in an invite and expect it to be beautifully received and taste wonderful, right? Because what happens? If the baker does not put enough flour in, the bread will fall flat. The blueberry pie is not going to taste good. The invite, just the same, will fall flat, okay? So there's some things that have to encompass the invite for it to be successful. And a lot of this, guys, you've heard before. You heard it earlier in the week with our previous speakers. You've heard it from trainings that you're in. There's a reason you hear this over and over, because it's a part of the puzzle. It's a part of the pie. When you don't have it, you will fall short. And it could be really why you're struggling in this area. And so what I would say is take this as, okay, it's time to fix those areas so that moving forward, these invites don't feel like a struggle. They actually feel like a compliment. I believe an invite is a compliment to somebody. Okay, so what's the first thing? We must believe in ourselves, right? Guys, you have to believe that you're good enough, that you're smart enough, that you know enough, that you're fit enough. You have to be okay tooting your own horn. If you're not going to toot your horn, who is? Be okay patting yourself on the back, putting yourself out there. Price is just a piece of the pie. The value add is you. No other deal comes with you. You're the difference maker. But you have to be the difference maker, right? Because if you're not, they will find somebody else. 2 books I want to recommend. The first is Unlimited by Jillian Michaels. So write that down, put that on your arsenal. And then for those of you that have a really outgoing personality, because I don't think this book is for everyone, I'm going to recommend one of my favorites, Be Obsessed or Be Average by Grant Cardone. That's going to help you in this incredibly important piece of this pie, okay? Belief in yourself. Well, okay, so, what do we do with that? We believe in ourselves, like, how do we, show that? Well, it comes down to a business launch. New coach or not, it's important to kind of put it out there that you have a business on Facebook. People are going to wonder, why all of a sudden am I seeing workout photos of Michelle? What is she doing? I don't understand. They're going to try to figure it out. So let them know that you've started a new venture. Katie mentioned this in her day earlier in the week about launching your business, sharing your story. It is so pivotal to success with the invite process. So with those 2 things is what you will hear constantly in your coaching career: consistency. Why? Guys, you need to wake up every day and say to yourself, she or he is out there. They will hear me today. My avatar, the person I speak to, because we don't speak to everyone, we speak to someone that we can most relate to. They're going to see me today. Oh, they didn't see you today. You wake up tomorrow. Today's the day. You don't know when that person that needs you is going to click on Facebook, is going to click on Instagram. So it's our job to be present every day so that when they click on it, you come across their feed, sharing your story and your journey and who you are authentically. Consistency every single day. Okay, belief in ourselves. Well, what's next? Belief in our product is by far a key ingredient in our beautiful souffle. Without this, forget that souffle, right? There's a reason you order that before dinner. It takes time to perfect it. You must believe with every morsel in your body that we have the solution, that we have the best. There is no gray. It is black and white. We have the best solution to what ails them, whatever that happens to be. When you believe that you can help them with that, then you truly feel obligated to share that with people by inviting them. There's a mindset switch when you believe. So if this is an area you struggle with, ask yourself, is it because I'm not walking the walk yet? I haven't been consistent. You got to get real about that, because that's an easy enough fix. Yeah, it's hard to invite when you're like, well, I haven't been drinking Shakeology every day. I drink it often. You can't ask other people to do what we don't do. So have that unrelenting belief so that when they talk to you, they're not going to put another shake in front of you. There is no comparison in your eye, but they have to feel that from you, okay? Okay. If one of those is missing, coaches, it is very hard to invite. I mean, you can invite, but chances are there's going to be a lot of ignores. And if that's how you're feeling, I want you to really evaluate that. So how do you invite so it feels good? So it's not something you dread. Give, give, give. Love, love, love on your people. I can't stress that enough. Booking that into your power hour to just give attention, to listen. God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, right? How do you do that? Well, little quick messages. Every time someone likes or comments on one of your posts, thanks so much for the love on my posts. I really appreciate the support. Happy birthday messages, hitting the voice memo. Hey, I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday. I hope you have a great day. I'm going to share with you some scripts that will help you to do that. When I say scripts, I use that very loosely, guys, meaning it's a tool. It's a framework for you to then make it your own. Sometimes I feel it gives a new coach confidence when they read something like, I can do this, I'm just reading it and I'm just gonna say this, but I want you to use it as just a tool to push you. And then you make it sound like you, because you don't want to be scripting everybody. But it is a valuable tool, especially early on. So again, people that like and comment on your post when someone's birthday is coming up, instead of just clicking like, say a comment on their post. What a beautiful photo. What a beautiful smile you have. Just be interested. Give that extra little bit in everything you do on social media. Okay, free groups are absolutely necessary. Such an easy way to invite. They're free, okay? So, everybody run a free group. And I know what you're thinking. What am I gonna run a free group about? There's a bazillion things to run a free group on. And there was just a national wake-up call by Candace Talbot. So go watch and listen to that. I'm also gonna share with you one of my templates for one of my free groups. So you can literally start a free group on Monday. Okay? Also, one thing we do on my team is that I have 2 leaders run Coach Basics every month. And what they do is they run one free group for all the new coaches so that they're not like, well, what do I invite to? The leaders run it every month so that they have something to invite to. Or you run one and invite all your PS coaches to take part in it, which means if you're a new coach, ask your upline or your diamond upline, can I invite to a free group? Just till you get your feet wet. But guys, there's no reason you can't run your own. I'm gonna hand you one. I'm gonna hand you one that you can start using right away. And it's super easy to say, hey Michelle, I don't know about you, but I certainly don't drink enough water, so I'm gonna run this free 5-day hydration group. Do you wanna come in with me? Who's gonna say no to that? She's gonna be like, girl, thank you. Yeah, I would love to do that. You're just building relationships, you're gaining confidence. Also, as you're loving on these individuals and liking and commenting and maybe they're writing back, I want you guys to put them in a list so that you don't lose track of people. So if you go to your Facebook homepage on a computer, on the left-hand side, there's a column. And one of them says Facebook list. It says home friend list, explore. When you click on it, there's a little plus sign. It says create list. You can write March prospects, March hot list, whatever you want. And every month, create a new list. Then you immediately start putting people in that list so that before bed, you can, we're just all hanging on our phone, right? You can just click on that list and make sure that you pay love to all of those people that you're building relationships with, so that in a couple weeks, you are confident enough to say, hey, yeah. And then we move on to one of your accountability groups, one of your 30-day groups, one of your 21-day groups. Also, if you go to Coach Online Office, sales and marketing, challenge group tools, challenge group guides, every challenge group under the sun is there for you. So there's no guesswork. So team up with someone, success partner, someone you see in Coach Basics. Ask your upline, hey, is there another coach that would want to run a challenge group with me? Do it as a team. But the challenge group guidelines are right there for you, so that you can say, as you're inviting to your free group, loving on people, and then adding them to a list, and then continuing to just kind of chat with them, you can say, hey, Michelle, I just wanted to check in because I thought of you. I'm starting this 21-day accountability group because, girl, I need to hit some goals before summer. Curious if you wanted more info. Now, who's going to get mad at that? Who's going to roll their eyes? If anything, they're going to be like, thanks, but not right now. Let me think about it. But guess what happens? Now they're watching you. Now you've intrigued them. Now they're wondering really what you're up to. That's another reason invites are so important. Even if they say no, I'm like, oh, now they're watching me, right? Well, then you're like, now what? Oh gosh, I put the invite out. Now what? Now you just talk to them. Just talk to them. Don't tell them what you have. Ask them what they need. Let me say that again. Don't tell them what you have. Ask them what they need. So I'm going to reference Kim Carver's 2-part webinar that he did in this page a couple weeks ago. I hope you saw it. If not, go find it. It's a 2-part webinar that talks about forming and inviting. Amazing, amazing tools. And it's going to give you questions to ask that make it super easy to find out what they need. Okay? Always offer a phone call. I know, but guys, a lot of times people don't want to get on the phone, but just offering it goes a really long way. So I always say something like this. When they start engaging with me, and we've gone back maybe 2-3 times, and I'm like, okay, they're opening up, they're answering some of my questions about their goals and telling me if they have any injuries or limitations, I'll say, listen, I would also love to set up a quick 5-minute chat with you. Instant messenger is so impersonal. That's all I say. Again, they normally don't get on, but just putting it out there, it goes to the next level. Like, wow, like she's a real person. Like she's gonna get on the phone with me. She's gonna call me. It goes a long way. I also have an invitation process that we use on my team. I'd be happy to share. So I'm also gonna put that in the thread. And it gives some other questions, some bridging questions, and it shows the process to start to finish, from invite to closing. And I'm gonna share that in this thread, okay? So, last but certainly not least, the business opportunity. Remember, guys, when you are doing all the other important tasks, you're adding the milk and the sugar and the butter and the chocolate, and you're stirring it, and you're stirring it, and it is so beautiful and fluffy, and oh my gosh, this cake is gonna be awesome. When you're doing all of that, this next piece is going to be a breeze. I also believe that this is one of the easiest things a brand new coach can invite to. That we should never feel like we can't invite to this opportunity. and where an invite is a compliment. Do not feel like you have to have hit some amazing goals, some huge financial goals to be able to offer the absolute, I think, best tool that we have. And that's our business opportunity, coaching. You can always use your upline story or another coach's story or small victories. No victory is small, guys. You have to remember, people are hurting out there. So there are people that can't pay their mortgage. So when you make your first sale and that puts gas in your car, that speaks to somebody. That person is there watching. You don't know when, but our job is to get the message out so that when they click on Facebook, they see and hear from you. Because if you don't post that day and they don't see it, they may never know that this opportunity exists. Because God knows I didn't until someone told me about it. And that's where I believe we are obligated. So small victories, share them. So that as you're sharing that story, which you're going to continue to perfect over time, when you say to someone, have you ever considered doing what I do? They're not going to be like, what do you do? Because you've been consistent. Do you see why that is absolutely non-negotiable? You can't have one without the other. You must have the consistency to paint that picture. So when you send that invite, have you ever considered? They go, me? You think I would make a good coach? No way. That's usually the response that's received. And they're like, thank you so much for thinking of me, but I don't think I could do that. And that opens up a huge opportunity for you to self-explore with them. I want you to get really comfortable with this. If I, would you? I'm going to reference another book, my Bible, GoPro by Eric Worre. If I, would you? If you can perfect getting a prospect in front of a business tool, you can change your life with this opportunity. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to be a superstar diamond coach. You don't have to be making six figures. You have to perfect how to get an individual in front of an effective business tool. So, what business tool do you have? Maybe you made your own webinar. Maybe your upline has one, or your star diamond. I bet they do. And if you don't know, just simply ask them. Do you have a generic team webinar business tool I can use for prospects? They will be happy to share that with you. If your team has a blitz, sneak peek webinar, never discount that. Always utilize those. Always, always, always. And if you don't have any of those, go to Video Library, Team Beachbody, General, Introduction to Team Beachbody. There's an awesome, fun video that talks about the coaching opportunity. All we have to do is perfect how to get someone to say yes to watching it. So how about something like this? Hey Jen, I just wanted to pop in and say hi. I loved your post yesterday where you were walking with your daughter. Listen, this may seem like it's coming from left field, but I love your energy and you really inspire me. I have an opportunity that I think you need to take a look at. If I sent you a short webinar, would you watch it? Now, ask yourself, if someone sent you that message, someone that had been liking your comments, maybe saying hi, wished you a happy birthday, and you got that message, what would you say? Would you be like, would you roll your eyes? No, you'd be like, wow, that's really nice of you. I don't think so, but thank you. Worst case, best case, I would love to watch it. Then you let the business tool do the work for you. Truly to find your golden ships, the people that are looking to truly change their life in every way, physically, emotionally, financially, get them in front of a business tool. And GoPro is an amazing tool that will help you do that. So I want to kind of end with a couple quick things that I think will really help you. We have to always self-evaluate. We have to look at our business, look at what's happening and say, what am I doing that's not quite right? Like, I feel like I'm doing so much right. And you probably are. And it's probably the slightest little tweaks that we just need to tweak them, and you're gonna see a lot of difference in your productivity. So if you're doing all of these activities, reach up, ask your upline, diamond upline or star diamond, hey, can you maybe evaluate a conversation I'm having? Would you look at my Facebook page? I'm struggling and I'm really not sure why. I feel like I'm doing a lot, but I'm not getting the results. Because sometimes we really are not aware of what might be wrong. And so we have to ask someone to give us that type of coaching. Be ready for the response and be ready to change. But if you're asking that questions, it means you really do want to know, like, what am I missing? And usually, coaches, it's just a couple things in your closing, a couple statements that you're making, and it's usually at the end where you're just a little hesitant to say, are you ready to get going? It's hard to do, but the personal development is going to help you do that. So to recap, guys, inviting is a compliment. When you're doing everything to build that amazing chocolate cake, I'm getting myself hungry, then this is going to be very smooth. But if you're missing an ingredient, you've got to check yourself. You've got to fill in the gaps so that your bread will rise. And I know that you can do that. So your call to action today is think about some of the things that I said. What struck you a little bit? Like, where did you go, ooh, that's me? Put that in the thread. That's your accountability. Like, we're all friends here. We're a team. It's okay to say, you know what? Yeah, I haven't been doing this. I guarantee there's so much you're doing right. So you're feeling so frustrated. I'm doing all this right. But when you don't do this one thing, psh, that blueberry pie is cold and nobody wants a cold blueberry pie, right? So think of it that way and just know, okay, something's a little broke. I'm gonna fix it and I'm gonna move on. So with that, if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. Otherwise, I'll check back in this thread a little bit later and I'll see if there's any questions and I'll be happy to answer them because it's hard to scroll on the phone. But I will definitely go back through, and if you guys have any questions, I'm gonna share a couple documents with you in this thread, so just give me a few minutes and I will make sure that they go in. Anything. I'm gonna end up screwing this up if I keep touching it. You're welcome. I hope this was helpful. Coaches, I hope you rock the rest of your day, and I will see you soon.